Creep and I crawl and I creep and I crawl and I creep and I crawl, creep, creep. I said I creep and I crawl and I creep and I crawl and I creep and I crawl, creep, creep. I got my homies banging up in Watts. I got my homies from the CPT. That's pub to the dub, you know we don't give a fuck. Masking up, banging up in the streets. Man, now.
Homie with the rollie, with the sold off shorty. Purple leaves in the morning, I'll be so sad you be thorny. Pray for me.
Junkin' getting jumped por la familia, los enterrantes, comandantes de este bloque aquí en Cactus. Si se rompe, I be smoking that Kavoki. Warriors bone thugging it, whipping for my mama cause she knew I was ditching it. G with it, squeezing it, Smiley with the shotty, Lizzie acting like a thotty, Ricky Bobby in the Audi, kamikaze, she got varias, sí, son las cholitas, agarrando las llamadas de los primos en la pinta. Mi compita siempre rifa ese diablo with the pyro, all my squad is suicidal, murder trial, snitching rivals. Guilty conscious, fucking shady, gotta buck 'em like I'm Grady, gold diggers, think I'm Jamie, call me, yeah, going crazy.
In the ambulance on the way to kill the king. Slipping on Rosecrans could get you some angel wings. Pray for me, it's him on me.
Creep and I crawl and I creep and I crawl and I creep and I crawl, creep, creep. I said I creep and I crawl and I creep and I crawl and I creep and I crawl, creep, creep. I got my homies banging up in Watts. I got my homies from the CPT. That's pub to the dub, you know we don't give a fuck. Masking up, banging up in the streets. Man, now.
Homie with the rollie, with the sold off shorty. Purple leaves in the morning, I'll be so sad you be thorny. Pray for me.
Banging like on glasses, baby, laning through the traffic. 12 tiros al ataque, resbalando los cachates. All my bitches learn from easy. Gotta crease them like some dickies. Bien arriba con la Remy, carnicero como Billy. Motocrossing, got it poppin', Superman on the clock in Project City. Chasing Millie con mis perros top down. Got jumped at the courthouse, still trying to throw down. Chola loca, a ti te toca peligrosa, fuck the chota. Cantonero como el juego, ando en todo negro. Compañero, saca el fuego, un quemadero. Pistolero, watch it burn like a Watts riot. Fuck peace, load the chopper, let that fucker fire.
Ambulance on the way to kill the king. Slipping on Wounded to get you some angel wings. Pray for me, it's him on me.
Creep and I crawl and I creep and I crawl and I creep and I crawl, creep, creep. I said I creep and I crawl and I creep and I crawl and I creep and I crawl, creep, creep. I got my homies banging up in Watts. I got my homies from the CPT. That's pub to the dub, you know we don't give a fuck. Masking up, banging up in the streets. Man down.
You were tuned into the freshest, the dopest, the one and only www.digginday.com. This is The Way Radio, broadcasting live from Hotbox Studios, Northeast Los Angeles. Dope ass intro track. Before we get into that, we gotta introduce the man, the myth himself. Who we got in studio?
Y'all know who it is. KIKI Smooth, the first Mexican rapper out of Compton. Hub City Music, Rich and Ruthless, Knack Inc. You know what I'm saying? We in here. Compton's in the house today.
Big ups, big ups. For those that don't know and those that need to know, man, who is KIKI Smooth?
He is the first Mexican rapper out of Compton to be signed to Eazy-E's label. And that's, you can literally Google first Mexican rapper out of Compton and you're going to see this Mexican pop up, and his name is KIKI Smooth.
That's what's up. How'd you, first track we heard right now, introduce that track that we just intro.
It's actually all unreleased shit that is coming for my next album that is called Primo. So that one is produced by my brother Dave Forth up in Florida, and it's called Creep. You know, it's another way of me, you know, paying homage to Eazy-E. You know, everybody knows that song, Creep and I Crawl.
Yeah.
So when I heard that, I live in Watts and I'm from Compton, so Eazy-E had that same, how can I tell you, that same friendship that he had in Watts and Compton. So when they wrote that song for him, shout out to my brother BG Knockout, he's told me the story of it, you know, and so through BG Knockout and Dre to the Gangster, Eazy-E was with the Grape Streets out in Watts.
Yeah.
And that's how they came up with that song. So me living in Watts and, you know, having this respect in my city, in Compton and Watts, you know, it was only time that I came up with some shit like that. You feel me?
That's what's up. That's what's up. How did you come across Eazy, man? How did that happen?
Well, I used to work at his record store. When he passed away, he left the record store to my big homie, Big A, that manages the Dog Pound, Arnold White. And he had a record store called Underworld Records up in Compton. So I used to DJ, and I forced myself to get a job there.
Oh shit, word up.
And you know, he told me no a lot of times, until one day he told me yeah, and I got hired. So I knew Little Easy since he was a kid before he started rapping.
Yeah.
So when I started rapping, thanks to DJ Yella, I ended up really connecting with Easy, and next you know, I got signed to Rich and Ruthless and Hub City Music.
Nice. What was the first? You came from a DJ background. What made you decide from getting behind the turntables to stepping up to the microphone?
Dr. Dre and DJ Quick.
Ah, shit.
Some of the sickest producer, rapper, DJs that you could ever think of, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You feel me? Like, I mean, like, I'm from Compton. You feel me? So DJ Yella, Arabian Prince, you know, Egyptian Lover. These are the type of people that I always looked up to as a DJ. Rectangle, a Latin, you know, like real West Coast legendary DJs. Mixmaster Mike Kubert, you know, like real DJing. I've been into heavy turntablism all my life. So
nice.
Making that switch to rap was a little hard, very hard actually. And you know, thank God that I stayed consistent and I knew that I could do this, you know.
At what age did you actually step to the tables?
Oh, well, as soon as, you know, my godfather is Mr. Peabody from the LA Underground.
Oh shit.
So, you know,
history right here. History lesson right now.
So, you know, I've been around DJing since I was a kid. You know, I was his record boy. I would go to raves with this man, and I'm not knowing that this fool's taking me to school. Yeah,
I like how you said. I was the record boy, and a lot of DJs don't understand that, right? The new age DJs don't understand what a record boy was.
Oh man, it's like being what are those things called? The guys that hook up all the equipment, a roadie.
A roadie, yeah.
Yeah, it's like being a roadie, bro. Like, you motherfuckers are lucky y'all could just carry a laptop in y'all music. I'm talking about crates and crates of records, you know, and especially a person like Mr. Peabody, Manino, he was a serious man when it came to his vinyl. So this man had 4 or 5 crates all the time.
As you should as a DJ.
Yeah.
Cause what was it? You never knew what the crowd reaction was gonna be. So you had to have at least a good 6-7 sets set up. Or just crates you could dig into, so that way you knew you could just keep the fucking party going.
Yeah, and you know what? Shout outs to my godfather, Mr. Peabody, because without him, I would have never learned how to drop a needle on the dime.
Yeah.
You know? And a lot of these cats don't understand what it is to take off a record and put another record on and put it on the dot. You know? Because, I love that. And, you know, recently my girl got me a little controller. Because I haven't been spinning since I've been rapping. So it's been a good 10 years without spinning. So she saw that I was missing something. So she bought me this little controller. And boy, it was like a rebirth of my life again.
Yeah.
For one reason, I love DJ no matter what it is. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. Shit.
I miss my turntables. I got the turntables. It's just vinyl. It's a long story, but yeah. The vinyl part is the part that I'm like, man, I miss my vinyl.
So then, how you said you stepped up from DJing to MCing. At what age did you actually start like going to the studio, laying down tracks, making music as an MC? Like
my mid-20s.
Mid-20s?
Yeah, my mid-20s. It was just really hard because my cousin was always better than me. Shout out to my little cousin Jay Huerta.
That's what's up.
He's just one sick motherfucker, bro.
So were you guys a group, or were you guys?
Yeah, we actually were a group called Infamous, and before I ever even met my wife, her cousin used to record us. So our first recordings were done by her cousin. Shout out to my homie Vic.
Crazy.
Without ever meeting her. And then when I got with her, she was like, I didn't know you knew my cousin. I'm like, who the fuck is your cousin? I'm like, oh yeah, he recorded all my first raps, a lot of my mixtapes. I was still a DJ at the time, but I was rapping and making beats.
Yeah.
So I was still making mixtapes, and the homie Vic will actually record me. You know what I mean?
So in the early years, you were making your own beats as well.
Yeah, I still produce. You know me? I play piano. I play MPC. I could really make beats, but producing and DJing and rapping, and plus being a human.
Yeah. like how you have to throw that one in.
You gotta be a human, man. You feel me? It just took its toll where I was like, you know what? Let me put producing to the side for a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't put it down. I put it to the side a little bit. You know what I mean? And I started focusing on really taking this rap to the next level.
So let me ask you this: from in your early years of producing music, to I guess I would say moving forward into your career where you're accepting submissions or you're working with other producers. How did that change the element, or how did that change your music structure?
A lot of people know I'm one picky motherfucker.
Oh shit! Break that down.
It's because I do not listen to beats as a rapper. I listen to beats as a DJ.
Yeah.
And I ask myself, what people will listen to this beat? And how are they going to react to this beat?
Yeah.
Because if you listen to the old school music, a lot of it was just the production of it.
Yeah.
Feel me? Like,
Yeah,
hey, Mr. Goo, won't you come back home? Them niggas got like 7 words on that. Won't you come back? And they're like 9 minutes long. Even Planet Rock, you know, and those were songs that were making people, like, as a kid that I was growing up, seeing everybody dance to that shit. My mom, my tias, my neighbors, everybody. So, you know, I even when I do like the underground boom bap, I still pick my music as a DJ first, then I attack it as a rapper.
That's interesting.
A lot of people don't think that, but our job is to make you dance no matter what kind of crowd you're in, right?
Or at least get a reaction.
Reaction, yeah. So that's how I pick my beats. What kind of reaction are they going to have to this beat?
Shit. That's tight, brother. That's fucking tight right there.
I appreciate that.
How did you get the name KIKI Smooth?
My name is Enrique.
Oh, shit. Enrique KIKI.
Yeah. So one time in high school, some girl was like, Kiki, you think you smooth? So that always stayed in my head, and bam, Kiki Smooth is alive.
That's what's up. Big up to that girl that said that. Let me ask you this: so, what was your first album, man? How did that come about? How long were you emceeing before you actually laid down your first album? Mixtape album.
Like an album?
Album.
Ooh, that's a good one. Like 5 years, bro.
Damn, why so long?
I was dropping mixtapes.
Yeah.
I was dropping mixtapes, and I met this producer named John Henry. And John Henry, he has a hip-hop orchestra called Shovel and Hammer.
Yes, sir.
So it's all Latino jazz players that make hip-hop with this man. So when I ended up meeting him, we decided to do an album together, but it took its toll because of the production-wise, live strings and all that. And we recorded over like 80 songs.
Oh, shit.
To just pick like 12.
So what did you guys do with all the rest of the music?
Oh, we still have them.
Yeah.
We actually dropped La Preparación. That was like an EP.
Uh-huh.
And we had some big features on there, but then it was time to drop a KIKI Smooth album.
Yeah.
So we called it Compton Symphony. It's actually out. It has like 3 videos. It's more of, how can I tell you, like when Dr. Dre found 50 Cent.
Yeah.
It has that groove, but with a live feel to it. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
nice.
the production was a very long format, because they would send me a skeleton, and I would sit and write it, and we would record it, and when me and my girl were going back to the studio, we were listening to the finished touches, and it's all this amazing people playing strings, trumpets, keys. Shout outs to Alex Santos and Maria that played all the bass on there. Alex Santos helped structure all the notes and everything, and they taught me how to rap in key.
Yeah.
Because when we started doing the live shows, they were like, you don't sound like the record. They're like, you need to learn how to get back in that key. And I learned how to perform with a band and stay in tune with them.
Yeah.
So it was dope, man. It was a long experience, but that kicked off what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
It was like the dopest boot camp I could ever go to for rap.
How do you feel? Do you feel that's like a necessary that artists need to at least get involved with in their career, like having a full band behind them, at least making an album that way?
I feel like if you're a musician, if you're just a rapper picking beats out of YouTube, or just little Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
Those are beats. When I mess with John Henry, I call that production.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And the thing is, you need to find your own producer to create your sound. You see, that's why I joined forces with these type of producers to create a new sound. I don't want to sound like something that's out already. I want to create a new sauce for the taco.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because everybody eats tacos.
Because the sauce is what makes the taco.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Everybody got tacos, but do you got the sauce to go with it, boy? You know what I mean?
I feel you on that one.
I make sure that we're in there cooking the right sauce. And so Compton Symphony actually started like that. Us creating the sauce, finding the right songs, and finding the right... He pushed me.
Yeah.
Doing stuff records that I never thought I would be even approaching.
Yeah.
But I did a lot of work. I got to do a lot of things before I even met with John. Prior to meeting with John Henry and doing the Compton Symphony album, I wrote Kid Frost's Funk album.
Really?
Yeah, the volume 2. That's my shit.
How did that come about?
Shout outs to one of my homies. He took me out there and he kind of introduced me to Frost. Me and Frost already knew what's up. I got on a feature on Funk Volume 1. And, Mama told me closed mouths don't get fed. So, I kind of threw it out there.
Yeah.
That, I'm down to do ghostwriting. Because a lot of the beginning of my career, I got the pleasure to go and hang out with Slim the Mobster. Slim the Mobster is one of Dr. Dre's ghostwriters.
Word.
He wrote the Kush song. You feel me? With Akon and Snoop and all that. Yeah. I was there when he wrote it. And he told me, you need to get one of these OGs under your belt. He's like, hey, cuz, you need to get one of these OGs on your belt. He's like, that way motherfuckers know that you can jump out of this, because a lot of people's like, oh, you sound black. I'm like, I'm not from East Los. I'm from Compton. I'm from Compton and Watts, so we don't sound like the typical, raza rap.
Yeah, we don't, yeah.
We attack the beats different. And that's why he was like, you should try that. So next thing I jumped in and got an opportunity, so I took over that shit. I mean, it was another hard lesson for me.
In what way?
My girl told me this shit today. It's because I'm too nice. She said, you trust too many motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That was the problem. I trusted too many people to handle my business, and that wasn't right.
Yeah.
First of all, it was already my fault right there. Feel me? But they took advantage of my hard work. You feel me? I was the first one there and the last one there every day.
Yeah.
They would put the beat on. It's a song already. He had took my mojo from me when I realized I wasn't getting paid for years.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling like who I was to now.
Yeah.
To now it felt like I found myself again. And really, I don't even feel like these fools can't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Because I'm rapping in 2 languages the way I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Mixing it straight up like if it's a campechana. Mixing the fuck out of it. Putting fucking tomato sauce in it. Tapatio, lemon, salt. All that shit in it. Feel me? They can't do it the way I do it. And if they're gonna try, they ain't even gonna get close. For real.
So from being a ghostwriter to working with a live orchestra to where you're at now in the game, what do you miss most, or what would you rather be doing?
What I'd rather be doing right now?
Yeah.
You know what? Just hip hop.
Yeah.
Just hip hop. I love hip hop. We graph, we dance, we DJ, and we rap. I love to do all of that. All of that, dog. That's who I am, and that's who I will be. We were the tag bangers.
Yeah.
In the 90s, that's who my clique was. I have a book called CPT, Connecting People Together, and it's shouts to my brother Fumi from Japan. It's a picture book of my teenage life. And
nice.
He was actually there with us, so it's not like pictures from what we took. It was him chilling with a camera, a Japanese guy with a bunch of Mexicans. We're being shot at, and he's taking pictures. And, you know, he caught some fucking amazing shit. He caught me going from tag banging into rapping with my friends and my cousin.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Tana County and my little cousin Jay Huerta. We had our infamous, and to me, that was like my Mexican NWA.
Yeah.
You know? So after that, it was just a bug in me. You know, all my homies went their own ways, and I got left by myself. You know?
Yeah.
So I had to continue. I had to. I sacrificed a lot to be in this position. I sacrificed a lot. That's why I'm not gonna let nobody take this away from me. You know, I call myself the first Mexican rapper out of Compton for a reason. Even if there was OGs before me.
Yeah.
You feel me? But why I call myself the first Mexican out of Compton? Because there was Mexicans rapping before me. I know that because I was the DJ keeping my ear to the streets.
Yeah.
But they were not reaching the plateaus that I'm reaching. They didn't have Eazy-E and DJ Yella backing them up the way I have.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I feel you.
Because to get DJ Yella, and I'm the only one that has 3 mixtapes with DJ Yella. You feel me?
It isn't. What is it? Not DJ Yella ain't gonna co-sign everybody.
Nah.
You know
And
what I'm saying?
that's why I call myself the first Mexican rapper out of Compton, because we're being heard now.
That's what's up.
You feel me? And
I
I'm
feel
doing
you.
that for them, for all of us, all the raza. And it made me feel good that a lot of the raza are in my city and are now recognizing what I'm doing for my people. You feel me?
I feel
Brown
you.
excellence all day. Brown is beautiful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna get into another exclusive track right here. Primo, talk
Okay,
about this track. brother.
Primo. The album is called Primo. So it's called Primo, put people running into money options. You feel me? Primo. And this is the first single that I'm going to be dropping. And this is world premiere right now. Feel me? It's featuring my little cousin, Jay Huerta, and his album is coming out soon. And my new artist, Killer Left, his album is coming out soon. And we're all, you know, from Compton. What is it? Hey.
Primo. You know what I'm saying? C-O-M-P-T-O-N-E. C-O-M-P-T-O-N-E. Back with it with the bottom extended. Got the LA fitted on my west side, bitch. That Compton lieutenant got these soldiers in it. Chambeando, brillando, ya saben quién es. S-N-O-O-T-H. Siente la presión, ya sabe quién sigue. Mire, how the keys open doors. DVS money, that's the writing on the walls. Woo. In the pain like a hoop. Ops trying to pull up, I'll be waiting with the 2. Ready, ride, do or die, win or lose. I'll be fine in the back of the caddy pole, pippin' what it do. El papá borotao, got him thrown in the towel. Al viene la tormenta, lo dejaron mojado. Knock him out with a towel on his head, lay him down. Got my name in your mouth, I'm the talk of the town. Cruzando la línea, llegando la cima, he's touching on his mina. Vendiendo gallinas, dinero domina, y esto es por vida. Play no mind, I'm steady getting mine, get that double up, push it on them. Back to my city with my brother John Diddy, I'm really the king of Compton.
Cousin wanna talk about a murder. I just wanna talk about a purpose. Double-edged furnace, find me on the corner with a purpose. Lurking for the violento, man, that shit, man. I just wanna talk about a murder. Cousin wanna talk about a purpose. Double-edged furnace, find me on the corner with a purpose. Lurking for the violento, man, that shit, man. Hit him where I see him, I'ma drop him where I spot him. Rockstar problems, English, no habla. Talk about a problem, ain't talk about Compton. See me on the corner, you gon' see me with a chop, I'm a problem.
De meterle los cuernos, está lista para que yo le entre. Le echo yo un salivazo, el punto de agarrarla caliente. Mira aquí mi amigazo, esto se lo planto en la mente. No se juega aquí conmigo, que les vengo yo presidente. 2 plomazos no fueron suficientes. Mira que ahora yo me muevo diferente. Los anda matando aquí lentamente. Que le entre yo de repente. Andamos fumando el kush con la clica. Ricos implacables, el tiempo es ahorita. Mira aquí compita, tu tela sabrita. Se mueve muy rica, como ella te excita. La vida te complica, la neta no fincas. Si brincas te chingas, valió todo madre. Primero que la des, después ya lo sabes. Mira aquí vale segundo a nadie. Mira cabrón, mira cabrón, mira cabrón. Mira cabrón, mira ese cabrón.
Cousin wanna talk about a murder. I just wanna talk about a purpose. Double-edged furnace, find me on the corner with a purpose. Lurking for the violento, man, that shit, man. I just wanna talk about a murder. Cousin wanna talk about a purpose. Double-edged furnace, find me on the corner with a purpose. Lurking for the violento, man, that shit, man. Spot him where I got him, I just dropped him with a shotty. Rap shorty, y'all, but I ain't trippin', she a thotty. I'm a rocker, I'm a popper, I'm a motherfucking shotter. Red town nigga, I'm Godzilla with a chopper. Understand this this, I'm gonna overstay my gangster. Known to pack a cuerno from the chivo in a manger. Put one in the chamber, pull the trigger, rearrange ya. If you wanna find me, 911 up on the pager. Dice que me buscan, encontrar mi negra fusca. Gun them down, left, that's what they call me, then a boomtown. Mira cabrón, Pérez, California, Compton. Scooter with the foolie, he'll be ready, vato. Slap him with the cash, no, marijuana, yayo. Call the homie, yayo, dile, ya llegó el gallo. Double R squad, though. I say with an attitude, snatch him up in Riverside and bury him in Compton. Cause you wanna talk about a murder? I just wanna talk about a purpose. Double S furnace, find me on the corner with a purpose. Lurking for Nuvale en tu mente, siempre. I just wanna talk about a murder. Cause I wanna talk about a purpose. Double S furnace, find me on the corner with a purpose. Lurking for Nuvale en tu mente, siempre.
Cause I wanna talk about a murder. I just wanna talk about a person. Double S furnace, find me on the corner with a purpose. Lurking for the violent, the man that shit. I just wanna talk about a murder.
You were tuned in to the freshest, the dopest, the one and only www.diggindelly.com. Bro, talk about that track one more time.
That's world premiere. That's Primo, featuring my little cousin Jay Huerta. That was the second verse, and Killer Left. That's on the hook and the last verse. You know, I decided to put the little homies on. You know what I mean? Because they some hard motherfuckers. So.
Hell yeah, they are. Hell yeah, they are. I know we were talking a little bit about your past before we got into that song, but how did you actually meet Yella, homie?
It's a dope story how I met DJ Yella. One of my best friends, closest friends, my boy Chopper from 155 gang, what up, perro, told me that DJ Yella's having signing in Oxnard, and he knows that's who I look up to as a DJ. You know, like me as a kid DJing, I wanted to be DJ Yella. So I was already rapping. I already had a gang of songs recorded. You feel me? Like my shit. You know? And this was after the Kid Frost shit. So I was like, after I got so hurt from being abused over there, I took my energy and recorded some records that were just phenomenal, bro.
Yeah.
But they weren't getting nowhere. Nobody was hearing them, you know? So, you know, I was really kind of giving up, to tell you the truth. You know, in the back of my mind, I was like, man, shit ain't popping. But I'm gonna still smile and let people know I'm still rapping, right?
Yeah.
But my homie Chopper knew something had to happen. And this motherfucker told me, grab your records and let's go get his autograph. I'm like, all the way to Oxnard, nigga, you stupid, cuz. I ain't going all the way to fuck over there, bro. He's like, come on, nigga, I got a gang of weed. Let's roll. So ahí vamos, güey.
Yeah.
I almost, you know, we just bumping, smoking. Bah, we get there, we're the last ones in line. I got the records to get signed and shit. You know? Nice. And he starts telling me, like, this motherfucker had a plan already, perro. He starts telling me, hey, what if you make this nigga your DJ? I was like, for what? He's like, as your DJ. I'm like, man, that's fucking nuts. No mames, güey. No empieces con chingaderas, güey. Why the fuck would Yella?
Straight out.
Yeah, why the fuck Yella be my fucking DJ? And the homie said, why fucking not? You're the first Mexican rapper out of Compton. He needs you. He said I think he said this to my face. He goes, man, that nigga's been doing porn. That nigga need a rapper in his life.
You know what? We need more homies like your homie.
Yeah,
straight out.
For real.
Straight out.
So I told him, I don't even got music on me. This motherfucker popped out a CD from the back of his pocket.
Ah, shit, that's homie right there. That's homie love right there.
He said, you could get your autograph or you could get yourself a DJ. Whatever. We're walking to the front. I'm still thinking about this shit. And then right when we're about to be the guys to go and, you know, meet DJ Yella, this motherfucker tells me, well, good luck. I'm going to the car. He goes, hopefully when I see you again, Yella's your DJ. Or at least you told him something. Boom, my turn. I got to go over there and get, you know, I'm fucking nervous now.
Yeah.
And when a person gets nervous, me as a person, I start scanning the room. Like if I'm about to get jumped, that's how I was thinking. Like, okay, he's with a bunch of guys from Compton. I'm from fucking Compton. I know a lot of people in Compton. Let me see if I recognize somebody.
Yeah.
And bam, I recognize somebody. And I got comfortable. So I was like, hey, I'm DJ DVS from Compton. They call me Kiki Smooth. I rap too. Here's my album. So he's signing my album, and he's like, I told him, can we take a picture? And he's like, yeah. And when he's taking the picture, he shakes my hand, and I felt this energy, and it was just, fuck it, I'm going for it. I rap too.
Yeah.
I told him, I rap, and I have the same attitude as you. I was born with that ghetto street knowledge that you have. And he's like, what? And I pointed at his best friend that knows my mom, because they used to buy coke for my mom back in the days. You feel me?
Shit.
So I was like, he knows, and he's looking at me, and he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, are you Kiki? He's like, Maria's kid? I'm like, yeah, I used to play with me, JC and your son at your house. He's like, yeah. For everyone that doesn't know who JC is, that's the game.
Yeah.
I grew up with the game. The rapper, the game.
Yeah, interesting.
So all three of us used to play in his house, and he told him, yeah, that's family. He's like, Yella looked at me, he goes, you got a CD? And I said, yeah, I actually do. So they were like, play one. I was like, for real? And they just played the first song, and it was this song called One Call. And next thing you know, 2 weeks later, I got that one call.
That's what's up.
And I became part of the Rich and Ruthless family, the legacy of Eric Easy Wright for the rest of my life. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's how I got to ghostwrite for Little Easy for the first time in my life.
And how's that relationship built? How was that relationship built?
With Little E?
With Little E, yeah.
Well, Little E, I known him since he was a kid. So when Yella brought him to the studio, he was already comfortable with me being there.
Yeah.
And Yella told him, show him the verse that you wrote. So I showed it to him, and he's like, let's go, Kiki. So he jumped on that. And we got Dr. Dre's son on the same track. It's out. It's called Drive-By Music, and it's the mixtape is called CPT with DJ Yella and Kiki Smooth.
Nice.
And so when he took over the label with Big A, when they took over Rich and Ruthless, it was crazy because I ended up being signed and given the chain. That fucked me all up, bro. I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, what are you gonna do that's gonna be different?
Yeah. And what was your response?
I did you know what, dog? I was blessed to be around a lot of dope, good friends.
Yeah.
So I want to give this moment real quick to shout out Mal Hablado, Arsenal, and Seis from La Sinfonía, and Bobby Castro. Without those gentlemen, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, especially Mal Hablado.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. Mal Hablado had a vision for me already. That's my producer, and he films my videos. So he already had a vision for me because he was one of the sickest, Spanish rappers there was. When Spanish rapping was hitting, he was out there too. He was with David Salas and all that.
Yeah.
La Sinfonía was nominated for a Latin Grammy. Bobby Castro was signed to Lupillo Rivera as we speak right now.
Oh, damn, interesting. Yeah.
So between these gentlemen, they already had a plan for the first Mexican rapper out of Compton. I was the one fighting them.
Yeah.
I didn't want to rap in Spanish. It took me forever to get respected by the niggas.
But why? Why didn't you want to do it?
Because it took me forever to get respected by the niggas. And Glasses and Brother Cam used to tell me, like, Glasses Malone, I used to go to the studio and fuck tracks up. He's like, you should be fucking rapping in Spanish and get all the Chicano rappers to fuck with you. And I'm like, they're not gonna fuck with me because I sound black.
Yeah.
And he's like, but if you do this shit in Spanish, this shit will fucking hit their asses. And Man Hablado wrote a song called Somos de Compton, and it's out. He recorded it. He fucking wrote it. He filmed it because we needed a video, so he went and bought cameras. For real. That's how I was dedicated. And this motherfucker said, here, look, all you got to do is learn the fucking song.
Yeah.
So I fucking learned it. And you know what? He told me like a few months ago, he was like, I found the demo version that I gave you. He's like, dog, you destroyed that. Because I told them, if I'm going to rap y'all shit, because I'm prideful motherfucker.
Yeah.
If I'm going to write y'all shit, I'm going to make it mine. Second of all, I would never let a motherfucker write for me if you're not in my circle or my family. You feel me?
Facts.
I don't need your writing. But my brothers was looking at me in a different way. Like, nah, this ain't a rap, nigga. This is a play that we need you to do to win. I wrote us a play.
Yeah.
I need you to execute right here, and you're going to stand right here and shoot a 3-pointer, and we're going to win. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
And that's how I feel about my wonderful friends that I have. So we did Somos de Compton, and then Man Hablado took the training wheels off of me, and I got nervous, so I went and called La Sinfonía. Shout out to Arsenal and Seis. They wrote Amigos, that's out right now too. Shout out to West Coast Creations for putting this whole project together. So I have that project coming out también. It's called El 3x3, hosted by Julio G from Westside Radio, and it's in Spanish.
Yeah.
And it's featuring La Sinfonía and Bobby Castro. There's 2 videos out right now as we speak too. Make sure y'all go check out all my videos on YouTube. They wrote it's called Amigos. I wrote like 2 bars in it, you know.
Yeah.
Because they were being a little corny at that time. Nah, nigga, I ain't gonna say that, cuz. Anyways, then it was time to do the song with Bobby Castro, and you gotta understand, Bobby Castro at the time, he was already writing for Chiqui Rivera, you know, corridos and all this. So, and he ended up doing like, you know, the South Central corridos and all that.
Yeah. So
no one had heard him rap since like 2 years, 3 years, you know. But that's one of my best friends. Me and him wrote Flacky's album.
Oh, word.
So me and Arsenal were in the studio, and shouts to Be Ready. He sends me the beat, and I'm like, okay, Arsenal, what you gonna write? And he's like, no, nigga, you're gonna have to write this one. If you're gonna earn our respect, the song you do with Bobby Castro has to come out of you, because Bobby Castro is one of the sickest lyricists we have in our Spanish community. And I was like, fuck. Fuck. Motherfucker had to go home with his tail under his ass. But you know what? I looked in the mirror, looked at my girl. My girl was like, come on, man. You better go do this shit. Now, I ended up writing one of the sickest classics ever. And, you know, with Bobby Castro on the hook. It's called Originales. And I actually told Frost to be in the video with me, because I needed that favor from him, and we kind of rekindled right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that song meant a lot to me, because that was the first song that I wrote as a Spanish MC that meant a lot to me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because
that's a dope ass story, brother.
Yeah, to have Bobby Castro do the hook and then call me and tell me, you know what, my nigga, you killed that. I'm gonna need to get on that third verse.
Yeah.
Le dije, pues arre, güey, llégale. And de repente, güey, he was rapping these verses, bro, and I was like, God damn. And he ended up now producing for me. Like, it's a great moment. After that, Little Easy was like, it's time for you to make your first album.
Yeah.
So I remember, you know, I got Compton tatted on my forearm, but I remember my brother getting out of prison. My brother went away when he was 17. You know, he came back as a young man. You know, he left as a kid and came back as a young man. You know, he left for 5 years, and me and my brother were, you know, like, we was tied together no matter where we went. You know, if he was gonna get in trouble, I'm gonna get in trouble with him. Yeah. So when he came back from prison, he was a different dude. You know what I mean? He was a straight different man, a man. He was not my little brother no more. And he had Canton tatted on the back of his neck. I was like, what the fuck? This was before I even had tattoos.
Yeah.
And I'm the oldest, you know? So I'm like, the fuck? And he was like, yeah, dog, because we have a different car. So when it was time to write this album, I remembered him telling me that that's our car, right? But I wrote Canton on a piece of paper. So it's COMPTONE. Mm-hmm. And I kept staring at it, and I realized why this was for me, because I'm the ONE in Compton.
Ah, shit. That's dope. That's dope right there.
You feel me?
I feel
So
that's dope.
my mom, it was crazy. Me and my girl were homeless at the time. And my mom gave me permission in her backyard to build like a little writing room. So me and my girl ended up living in there. But that hunger of us trying to find a place, we ended up catching COVID. We're fucked. You feel me? Like, it was just fucked. That whole COVID era was fucked for me and my girl, but it made us stronger, and that's why that album sounds like that.
Nice.
You feel me?
Sometimes, what is it? Sometimes the biggest struggles will get you, like, put you in a spot to, like, you can hear that hunger in that album.
Yeah, and you know what, man? Shout out to my beautiful woman for being the backbone of that. To like, what I meant was like kicking me, pushing me to another level that I never thought I could reach. Yeah. You know, shout out to my little cousin Jay Huerta for helping me out with that too. You know, having his energy, him coming back. He had stopped rapping for 10 years. And then he came back right when I started writing the Canton album.
Yeah, and
So-
that's the album you have out right now.
That's the first ever Spanish rap album from Compton, California.
Really
Yes, sir.
interesting.
So
I did not know that.
Yeah, and you know, when we actually finished it, I had to almost be done. And shouts to Benny Boom and his son Minnie Boom for shooting me a mega beat. Like, it was like production to the next level. You know, Benny Boom is the director for All Eyes on Me, the Tupac movie.
Okay.
He's done many big moves, and he is actually one of my big homies. Shout outs to Lucky, rest in peace. Between them, I've known them since, you know, they were the beginning. So when they were seeing my progress, Benny told me that his son had just produced for Drake and Busta Rhymes. They sent me production.
Oh shit,
So
nice.
I called Little Easy one more time and told him, I wrote you another rap.
Yeah.
He's like, send it to me. And you know what's funny? You know, now it was been like 6 years that I was rolling with Little E as rappers.
Yeah.
It went introducing me as his DJ till now. This is my first artist, Mexican rapper from Compton, Kiki Smooth. And it was like a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
And I will always hear this motherfucker be like, on Crip, this motherfucker's the hardest Mexican I know. So I opened the fucking verse with, on Crip. I always wanted to hear that shit because Bloods took over fucking rap in Compton.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely-
And I grew
definitely got
I grew up to motherfucking Crip music, goddammit. Where all my favorite rappers were Crips.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like out of nowhere, the Bloods came deep. Like, what the fuck? There was sangres everywhere. I grew up in the Crip neighborhood, as you can tell. Like, I grew up in the Crip neighborhood. I was it's funny because I could tell when there's a person that grew up in a blood neighborhood. They won't say the C's. They'll, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But anyways,
yeah.
that's just how it is in Compton, Watts, South Central, Long Beach, Inglewood. You know, those the east side of the situation. But yeah, you know, having those different productions and putting the CD together was one thing. But one of my homies had told me, how are you gonna release it? You need to release it the way Eazy-E would. So I was like, fuck yeah. So I ended up doing a release party on Rosecrans and Long Beach Boulevard. Never been done before.
Nice.
In a parking lot.
Yeah.
You feel me? With all kinds of celebrities there. Feel me? And it was a beautiful moment, dog. I've dropped 3 videos for it. Peligrosa's at 300,000 views or something like that.
Nice.
And still climbing. So, you know, we headed to a better direction. I'm not going to lie. If I would have never started rapping in Spanish, I would have never got these numbers.
Yeah.
You know, that was the part that was missing the most, was the numbers. A motherfucker could rap. That was no problem. But it was the numbers that weren't cracking for me.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I ended up doing the right move, having the right friends around me to be able to create the Canton album.
Nice.
You
How
know,
many tracks on that album?
what we put? Like 8.
8?
Yeah. That's what they picked.
Yeah.
And I was fine with that because Primo's got a good 12.
Yeah.
You know, it was like 2 that were left over, so we corrected them, made them bigger, and brought them down to this album. And I'm dropping Primo, and I'm dropping Cumbia Callejera. So I'm dropping all Cumbia Ratchet CD.
Oh shit.
On the Canton album, I have a song called Pa Los Lados. My producer was like, nah, nigga, I don't want to sample no Anaceto Molina, fool. And I'm like, oh. He's like, you know, remember when all the songs had a flute in it?
Yeah.
Like, this motherfucker was trying to, like, sample, like, some Scottish flute or some shit. And I'm like, Perro, you want to sample that shit? And you don't want to sample the shit we grew up to? Because the way I came up with the sample is I ran to my mom's house that lives across the street from me. So I didn't run far. You feel me? I ran across the street and I told my mom, who was the guy that we used to bump? And she was like, Vicente Fernandez, Chalino. I'm like, no, man, the cumbia guy. She's like, Anaceto Molina. Cool. Ran my ass back home and spent like a good month researching this dude.
Yeah.
Learning what he did to the music. And then found my itch. And a lot of people were telling me no. For real.
Crazy. Why? What was it?
Because we had created this Mexican rapper out of Compton.
Yeah.
Gangsta shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck that. I want to do some cumbia shit.
Yeah.
If I'm going to do Spanish rap, I'm going all the way.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be the gangster. Man, I'm trying to pit bull this shit all the way out.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are trying to stay in the hood and be the hardest rapper. Y'all can keep that. I already know I'm hard.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pet boo my ass though. Fuck out. Feel me?
Yeah, I feel
I'm
you.
trying to find a better life, bro. So you know one thing, dog. My mom, she was a single parent, so I was her dancing partner.
Yeah.
So I know how to dance salsa, merengue, and all that. You feel me? Cumbia, all that. Dog, that's what was bump. In my house, it was salsa, merengue, cumbia, fucking Madonna, the Gap Band, and Michael Jackson. And then it was like all new wave.
Yeah.
You know, once my mom met Manino and his wife, so Manino, Mr. Peabody, they met each other at the Bahia Dance Club in downtown Hollywood.
Oh, shit.
Feel me? Next thing you know, this was Manino now.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like, all right, he's growing up. He's from Compton. I'm taking you to raves.
Yeah.
So that's how I became a tagger, and I used to go to raves.
Yeah.
You feel me? But the music, I wanted it to have that fun. I remember having fun dancing that with my mom.
Yeah.
And I felt like that shit is missing. So if you go on YouTube, the video, you know, I'm in a charro suit, like not a charro, like a conjunto suit. I got my own conjunto, and the quinceañera, the conjunto didn't come. My mom's in it, my sister, my girl, all my family's in it. We made up a fake quinceañera.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was one of the funnest records I had ever did. And the video and everything. Shouts to everybody that came to that video. And then we ended up doing Peligrosa. Peligrosa is a song that I wrote about my wife. Feel me?
Yeah.
They were like, damn, nigga, you love dangerous bitches. But my wife is, you know, she's an ex-gang member. Feel me? But she has style to her and charisma that is so attracting to me, her beauty. And, you know, and I wrote a song about, you know, dangerous women, and I put little E on there.
Yeah.
And shouts to my cuñado Shooter Rick. He had a vision for the video. So that was the first video that my brother Man Hablado didn't do because he had went away.
Yeah.
You know, he had to go away for a year. So in that year, I had to release something, and it had to be big.
Yeah.
And I haven't released no other video since that day. You know, because of the numbers doing so good, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I don't want it to stop.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm keeping the attention on that. But there's new videos coming. But Peligrosa ended up doing more numbers than any song that I've ever done. And shouts to Jimmy Lokes and Remix de Mexico. I did a remix in it, and he jumped on it. We went to Mexico and got footage out there and got footage out here in LA. We didn't do it like Tiger.
Yeah.
I noticed on my YouTube and on TikTok, they were like, at least you guys didn't do it like Tiger. I'm like, man, calm your asses down. Tiger didn't do shit. Tiger, bitch, a little tiger. That's not like a tiger. It's like tiger. It's like a little tiger. It's a little tiger. Anyway, yeah, man. Come on, bro. Anyways, Raza, wake up. You know what I mean? But you know, the Peligrosa video is doing so great. It's doing great in streaming. So shouts to all the kids that have been bumping it and, you know, just supporting the album, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what's up. We're going to get into another song right here.
This is Latinos Unidos.
Introduce us.
This is my brother GQ. My brother GQ from New York. Shout outs to Terror Squad. You feel me? I'll be fucking with some real motherfuckers out in New York. Shout outs to the East Coast like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? We did a song called Latinos Unidos. He had a plan. He found KIKI Smooth as the first Mexican rapper out of Compton. He reached out. I sent the track back. Next you know, we're out here promoting it. It's out already. Video is coming, I think at the end of the month, he said. So shouts to my brother GQ, the Embassy. It's Latinos Unidos, baby.
Antes habían dos muchachos que siempre eran amigos. Uno de la isla Puerto Rico y el otro de México. Huepa, órale, yeah. Somos Latinos Unidos. Huepa, órale, yeah. Somos Latinos Unidos. Yeah,
tú sabes, esto pa' mi gente. Sipping on Corona, modelo presidente. La cultura was shown en mi mente. I'm so cold, but my flow caliente. Muy fuerte, tengo mucho suerte. Aquí con todo el mundo latino presente. Cause you know, Boricuas love Bacardi con jugo. And shout to my Mexican niggas eating menudo. Both got the baddest bitches with the baddest culo. I'm a domino, copy, cool, smooth, papi chulo. Yeah, I rip la Isla Bonita, Carolina, San Juan to Aguadilla. Shit horchata, de piña colada. Dance en la cumbia, reggaeton y salsa. And you ain't got no wins en mi casa. Latinos unidos, we do it for la raza. Antes habían dos muchachos que siempre eran amigos. Uno de la isla Puerto Rico y el otro de México. Huepa, órale, yeah. Huepa, órale, yeah.
Latinos Unidos, rest in peace to Pun and Chalino. Hip hop y corridos, we pop them off in them regals. Estamos bien bendecidos, alcen su copa de vino, celebrando el destino que el momento ha venido. Bumping oldies, that Ralphie Pagan. We gon' walk it like we Cesar, todos vamos a marchar. Feeling like I'm OD and a lighter shade of brown. We be all up in the Spanish, all up to the compound. Esos chavos son vagos, puros soldados con palos. Porque mi barrio's tu barrio, 1952 on that bottle. Whoa. It's automatic, fucking with my Puerto Rican brothers. Don't you know Latinos always come in different colors, we on. Desde la costa oeste hasta la isla verde, esto es para mi gente, we on. Desde la costa oeste hasta la isla verde, esto es para mi gente, we on.
Antes habían dos muchachos que siempre eran amigos. Uno de la isla Puerto Rico y el otro de México. Huepa, órale, yeah. Huepa, órale, yeah. Esto pa' todo latino que somos unidos y no te olvidas que somos igual. Igual. Esto pa' todo latino que somos unidos y no te olvidas que somos igual. Somos igual.
GQ the Embassy, bro. Shout out to my brothers from Terror Squad.
You were tuned into the freshest, the dopest, the one and only www.diggingdaily.com. This is the way radio broadcasting live from Northeast Los Angeles Hotbox Studios. In studio, we got Kiki Smooth.
Yes, sir. The first Mexican rapper out of Compton. You know, on my live feed, without me even knowing, shout out to my brother Arsenal, Seis, La Sinfonía, and Bobby Castro. They were actually on my live feed, man, without me knowing.
Oh, that's
man,
what's up.
I love y'all, bro. Just to let y'all know, man, I really love y'all. Man Hablado, you my dog forever, ever. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all. You know, shouts to you know, Digging Daily, man, for bringing a motherfucker all the way from Compton over here,
Yeah,
bro.
no doubt. That's what we do. We gotta expose the underground to the overground.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And we gotta create our own. We gotta create our own waves, our own path, man. And we're definitely glad to have you come through and be a part of that.
Appreciate you guys for having me.
You're
bro.
part of the Los Angeles. You're part of the Los Angeles hip hop culture scene, man. We gotta document everybody, brother. Everybody.
You know what, man? You know, I had really been feeling the love lately. So shout outs to all the podcasters that been supporting me and, you know, letting me come over to their platform and promote my music and share my story with you guys. Appreciate the Digging Daily, man. So make sure everybody out there fuck with Digging Daily, man, because they out here daily.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's what's up. Man, other than MCing, other than being a DJ, other than being the first Latin rapper out of Compton, you also have a podcast. Talk about that.
Yes. During the pandemic, my brother Main Event came up to me and we were smoking a blunt outside. My mama lives in front of the Watts Towers. So right at the corner at the dead end, the house that's right there is my mom's house.
Yeah.
So we were standing outside like a normal day smoking a blunt, and he was like, have you noticed all these fucking podcasts popping up? He's like, all these motherfuckers got podcasts. He's like, nigga, we should do one right here. I'm like, yeah, right here. I thought he meant in the little studio I had in the back that I was living in, right? He's like, No, I'm talking about right here on the street. We bring out a table.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, let me think about it. 2 days later, we came up with High at the Towers.
Nice.
And it's the only podcast really broadcast in the streets, by the streets, for a mixed community.
That's what's up.
It's not, we're not one color, we're all colors.
That's what's up.
You feel me? Because, we represent that black and brown heavy there. So High at the Towers with my co-host Main Event, Freaky Fred, and Jazzo the Juggernaut. We're sponsored by Amazing Beauty. We do comedy on it. It's not just like raps and, we bring different people, cooks, politics. We bring everything to that podcast.
Yeah.
It's not just hip hop. It's R&B. It's rock. It's rhythm. It's blues. It's corridos. We had Bobby on there. We've had everything you could think of. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's what we strive for. We strive and we broadcast live outside.
Yeah.
I don't think no one's ever really done a podcast like that. And shout outs to every super guest that we've had over there. We've had Dave Navarro there.
Oh shit, nice.
We had congressmen. We had a lot of people up in that motherfucker. So shout outs to all the big people that actually went to the Watts Towers and still coming to the Watts Towers to fuck with us. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
And besides the podcast, I represent my city, I represent my community, and I'm here to help my community. My brother Andre Spicer, Hub City Dre, just ended up becoming councilman at District 9, and that was his Latino vote. I went door to door with him to get these votes.
Nice.
It was on the news. We had got cheated. We sued. We won because everybody was like, these dudes are young. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. No, man, we love our city more than you old motherfuckers. No disrespect to the OGs.
Yeah.
We're talking about the OGs that let our city down like that.
Yeah.
It looks fucked up right now. And shout outs to Hub City Dre rebuilding my city, man, because when I met that man, I knew he was going to be somebody. And even that he's a black man doesn't mean that he doesn't love his community. He loves all colors.
Yeah.
And that's why when he called me, he said, I need you to go with me door to door. It was nothing for me, bro. I had never did something like that. You know what I mean?
But
never.
if you're in the area and you're in the neighborhood and you guys grew up together, you guys have a respect for each other, and you definitely know he's gonna bring an element back to the community. Why wouldn't you stand up for something like that?
Yeah, and stand up for our city.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
roads were looking like straight Mexico shit. You feel me?
Believe me, I know, man. I had to stop by City Hall, and I was like, God damn, how are the streets this fucked up in front of City Hall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
we out there fixing what we can, trying to, get it better and really, really take it to another level for our city. He's doing a lot of wonderful things in his first 2 months.
That's beautiful.
You know what I mean? We got cheated. We ended up winning the case. My brother ended up winning, District 9. And that's all Compton Boulevard.